Try to keep up.
What
You
next?
must gather your party before venturing forth.
I think this is the last level.
Try to keep up.
Yeah, Erlak Troll Killer's spirit is here. You come quite far, not many live to speak, less live to leave. You are far from done. I hold surprises yet. Seek direction in this place. When you understand the path, when you understand the course, you will be able to go on. You must be worthy to face what comes. There is evil here not built within. You must expel the new invaders. Are you Durlak himself? Am I Durlak? You have cause to wonder. You have seen traps and illusions and phantoms, but the spirit of Durlak has long since passed. Whatever fate the Dark Veil holds, this place is his fear, his anger, his torment. You wish to conquer this place? You will have to understand what created it. Remember well what you have already seen, or live now, and live life long and natural. 3 paths lead away. All must be taken. Cool. Path 1. Undead path. Poison path. Don't want to go there. We have protection from undead scrolls. That's about as good of a place as any to actually use it. There's gonna be another situation, I suppose, in the game, but there are very few where I feel it's really warranted. That this place would be one of those. We have also a poison immunity scroll, and I think there's a heavy poisoning opponent here. This land. Why? You have come far and seen much, but not all would stay. Leaving is what I offer. Irritate the spirits no more. Leave this place, and the madness it keeps. The world above is yours. The depths belong to the dead that will not let go. Yeah, thanks just the same, but I will stay. The light calls. You do not go. You are as stubborn as my Durlak. I will send when you wish. Would that I could send the weight from his shoulders thus. This is where we need to go to face the final opponent of this place. The Demon Knight. This is another challenge. Right, we need a rune stone to bypass this. Anyone who dares cross the rune carpet shall be struck down. I suppose lightning immunity. No. I think it's fire trap of some sort that keeps on shooting. You can get through it without the ward stone, I think, but might as well get the ward stone.
I understand.
Sort of curious seeing what's there. Without having to be invisible.
Redirect.
I am invisible, am I? I'm non-detectable. I think I'm invisible.
I understand.
Invisibility lasts for 24 hours, so you can't rest multiple times in the meantime. Helmed Horrors. Forge. is... Who are you
I'll do
attacking?
it.
There's probably traps here, but I can't really evade them, so... Bravely just take them on. Magic resistance to the risk. Bone Wardstone. Still, that's one down.
Speak, it shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
A small inscription above a small key slot reads, "Insert bone wardstone here in order to disable rune traps." When you insert the bone wardstone into the machine's key slot, you feel the machine hum for a few moments and then quiet down. You are sure that something has been turned off. So this is our first of the 3 if we succeed here. I think you need to interact with one of the tombs. That one.
Try to keep up.
I understand.
I try to keep up.
Why am I taking damage? It's a huge amount of arrows coming our way.
Sorted.
Like a massive amount. Half a dozen arrows. Don't die.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
I'm on it.
I have regeneration potions for this. Right. What exactly did we get? Karajah's Life and Death. +3 studded. Leather armor. Yeah, the sling might have immediate use, so I'll identify that. Arla's Dragonbane, +3. This probably doesn't have +2 large shield. It's the shield. This is just more useful against missiles. But actual armor class value, not so much. probably just a +2 mace. This is exactly what it is. I want to use it.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Talk to a stone golem. We were the fear made flesh. We came to the home that Durlak built. When we hid in the people that he formed, with tentacles to guide, we poisoned the clan, and the nightmares of Durlak came true. Our masters said that they could taste death rage even in the air, but always there was the fear behind. We were the fear made flesh, but it was already here. We followed Durlak. We were his people, his family. Durlak Trollkiller, son of Baldur Thunderaxe, the clanless, formed this place with the spoils of a lifetime of adventure. It was majestic in those times, and we took what we needed from the fortune around us. We grew strong and proud, and Durlak felt he finally had a home. We were the future, his family, and if we were lost, then so was he. That was the fear that hid, that was beneath. We followed Durlak, we were his people. We entrenched this place against all that would come. We built retribution in the tripwires and vengeance in the fireballs. We worked the hatred into every nook and cranny, just as he wished, but our actions were guided from elsewhere. The foundation was the fear that it could happen again, and this was to be prevented at all costs. This was the mortar that held him together. We entrenched this place against all that would come, friend and foe alike. My father roamed as I, and saw much of the world in his time. Well respected he was, but he had no home. At his end he died in some faraway land with no dwarven king by his side. I would not allow such to happen to me. I would not follow his steps that far. I would not be Durlak the clanless. This was my fear. Trace the path of this fear and show me you have learned. Okay, this is the start then. Then, where did it begin? It began with you, but it rested mainly in your... definitely began with you. Began with you and your need for a home. It grew with your clan as you feared losing them. It manifested in the invaders that came, but you feared their coming already. It became your home where it keeps you safe. Not sure if that's the thing. Not quite sure what they're looking for here. It began with Durlak himself. I'll go with it began with you and your need for a home. It grew with your clan as you feared losing them. It manifested in the invaders that came, but you feared their coming already. It became your home where it keeps you safe. You know a little more of me. You may yet live. One down. Good to go.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
At least we're past the worst of the trap sections. I mean, there's powerful traps here all over the place, but they're not littered in every piece of floor space. They're more concentrated in more obvious places, so you can sort of prepare for them, evade them even.
Spit it out.
They're still regenerating, but it's a bit too slow for my taste. Dance, you son of a bitch. Okay, I think we're going to put a poison immunity on Dorn here. Actually, I'll give it to 2 guys. There's something incredibly venomous there. Picked 1 creature. I want the frontline guys to be completely protected from it. You can't use it, why? Are you immune to poison? No resistances. I don't think he's high enough of a level. Monks do get some weird abilities. I don't recall the level, and do they? I think they get. Druids get poison immunity. That I know without doubt. Quite sure about monks. I don't think level 8 is enough for that sort of thing. So why exactly can't you use protection scroll? Everyone can use protection scroll. His intelligence is too low. Right. Okay, that explains it. You need I think something like average intelligence to be able to do that.
Uh-huh.
He's too stupid to read, more or less. I think he's too stupid to use these two. No, these he doesn't have the skill. Scrolls is the thing he can't do, right? Okay, let's see what happens. We want a more protective equipment setup here. Yeah, that's a lot of... Fuck me. On that lance, we're boned. I think I'll just use the 2-handed sword thing. Gives me immunity to the webbing effect. Yeah, just use the
What is it
bow.
this time? You rang?
You right, what's this then?
I'll do it.
Speak and be try to keep up.
Astral space fighters. Yeah, that's it. Poison on those is incredibly tough. Yeah. 5 points of poison damage every turn, every round.
To the task.
And he's
Will
dead.
you take me?
So we want to do this a little bit differently then.
Sorted.
Basically want certain people to get the fuck out of here. At least he's not too stupid to drink a potion.
Try to keep up.
Astral Phase Spider is the real threat. And with your gear. That's bullshit. How the fuck would you? I was sort of afraid he might do that though.
What do you?
He needs to die pretty much immediately, so full on one blast. I'm pretty sure one of you has an antidote.
I will show you justice.
Still makes this buffing thing sort of pointless if they can just immediately jump through that. Right.
Spit it out.
Could be worse, could have been better.
I'm on it.
Wasted buffing, I suppose, was
Speak
the
and be gone.
only real bad thing about
It
this.
shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
You might be able to ignore the poison immunity, or rather take more advantage of it. We still have to go in. Yeah, that's enough webbing, thanks. Questions I have for you, none but kin of clan may pass. State your knowledge of the history, answer true and the way is clear. Answer false and feel the sorrow. There is no second chance, neither for true nor false. Do you wish to answer now? Pose your questions. If you count Durlak, son of Baldur, Thunderaxe, as your kin, you will know well the family that built this place. The mother of the sons, the matron of the clan. What is her name? Islan. Your answer satisfies. Another question remains. Durlag, builder of the home, founder of the clan, had a name not from his father, but his own deeds. The tower was built with the fortunes of hordes, but the last name of Durlag came from the fortune of battle. With axe and fire he cleansed the land, of peace he loved to fight. When axe alone would not suffice, I asked the second name of Durlag. It's not here. It's a troll killer. Your answer satisfies. A question remains. The father of this place formed the clan that fell in times of treachery. False faces claimed the future, and the clanless became Durlag. This he shared with his own father, a wanderer that lived by the strength of his weapon. The second name of Baldur is what I ask of you, since most common is all you need for this answer. It's Thunder Axe, you already said it earlier. Yeah, son of Baldur Thunder Axe as your king, so Thunder Axe? Your answer satisfies. Here is the key to what you need. Here is the secret for what comes. The bones will walk where flesh cannot. The ward will walk the bones. Did everyone come here? No, I think we are missing one. Yeah, I'm missing. Health, 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 health.
Your wish?
Okay, someone else has to have this.
I understand.
I will not choose yet. It began with us and the masters. The tentacled ones directed, and we assaulted quietly with cover of night. We took off the weaker first, hiding amidst the children. None saw the arrival, none noticed the insurgents, and none survived the final rise. When Durlach realized the deception, it was too late. His own family sought his life, and he slaughtered their false faces. It began with us from the west. Okay, west? Doublegangers west. That's the start. This is not my face. The invaders came and took my true face, burying it with my body and my comrades. I was among the last, but not the very last, and I saw the horror to come. My child rose against me, though it was no longer my child. It wore her face, but I knew her to be dead. The doublegangers came from within, and we could not fight ourselves. Better to die than to kill ourselves. What would be left of a man that has had to kill his family and himself? I was among the last, but not the very last. So, is this the second last then? Doublegangers and West is the start. Not sure where that fits in. We were hired after the battles were done. Durlach called upon us to make his visions true. We did our best, but his visions grew darker and soon we could not see. We waded through his fallen and we waded through his gold. Near the end we feared for our lives, though not as much as he did. I was never truly sure whether he wished to keep the intruders out or himself in. Both, I'll wager. We were hired after the battles were done, and did our best. With me it ended. Speak now of my troubles, to show you have learned. From where did my pain come? Where did my pain stab home, and where did my pain take root? Where does my pain reside? Speak and show that you understand. So it started with the west. There are how many west? There are 2 west answers. From west it came, went to south, east held it next, now it rests in the north. I suppose that fits. West, south, west held it again. What the fuck was that? Okay, there's only one answer it could be. From the west it came, and then the south. The east held it next, and now it rests in the north. You have learned a little. You may yet survive.
Where am I? There we are.
Sorted.
One missing. What is this? Doesn't seem to go anywhere. I think there might be yeah, it's an alternative entrance to the spider area. I don't want to open it, no telling what's inside. We still have the poison immunities, I think. Do we? It doesn't seem to show anywhere. I guess it doesn't last that long then. Right, it's definitely gone. Not necessarily a reason for us to rest. Here we have undead and carrion crawlers. Better carrion crawlers than normal. So what we could do is use the protection from undead. Lasts for 2 hours. Target is immune to all physical attacks made by undead creatures. So basically they'll ignore us more or less. We can get a couple of guys to go in there. We didn't use the protections from poison scrolls at all. Yep, start loading. Not... It might be useful still. Because we're going to an area where there's this green slimy shit all over the place. I think it's poison. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's not exactly a huge problem if it is. These guys are pretty much protected. For 2 hours these guys are pretty much protected from everything the game can throw our way here in this area. I mean, I don't think this is in any way necessary, but at the same time, if I don't use these, I'll never use these. That's more or less my justification for trying to do all this crap. I'm already never going to use everything I have. There's just isn't going to be enough opportunities left in the entire game to reasonably get rid of these.
I will listen.
Okay, everyone
What
else
is it this time?
on range damage duty. Do you have a range weapon? I seem to recall taking one. No, dart. He doesn't have enough to do this.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
You rat. Right, what's this then?
Yeah, you just take damage. It's not strictly speaking. I think it might be acid.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Well, it is what it is.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
I will show you justice. I will show you
Not
justice.
be a quick death.
Crypt crawlers.
I will show you justice.
They won't ignore the rest of the group, so as we'll hack them all down. They're good enough that I can't exactly ignore them either. Single lucky saving throw situation and we're basically dead. Looks like
This will not be a quick death.
3 experience points. Let's say, okay, we are fairly close to getting a level up for Dorn. We might not reach the maximum experience point cap in the game, We're gonna get very close to it. Very, very close. The reason we might not reach it is simply because I don't want to go into the wilderness and go over that. Comb over areas there. At the same time, we haven't taken down... I think we've taken down a single powerful boss enemy at this game. All the really tough ones are still alive. I haven't even encountered them. So they alone will provide a decent chunk of experience.
I will show you justice.
Point is, while it might seem like there's hundreds of thousands of experience points we still need to get, that might actually start filling up very quickly once you hit the correct enemies.
I'm on it. Right, what's this then?
With my usual panache, I think.
I'm on it. It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
I will show you justice.
Go on then. Right, what's this then?
What's all this
Stand
then?
back and watch this.
Spit it. Right, what's this then? Try to keep up.
Well, we're not gonna run out of healing anytime soon.
I shall commit to the task.
Strength potions. Not necessarily bad by any means. Problem with strength potions is, I suppose, again, sitting on the potions instead of just using them. A lot of haste potions. I think I have a ridiculous amount of them. You have a good amount of heroism potions. Certainly could use them more often. As in actually use them at all. 8 also speed. There's like... well, at worst or at best there's like 3 fights in the game that are properly challenging. So we could at least haste the frontline fighters with in almost any one of the fights coming our way. There are strength potions for those. Heroism potions. It becomes more of an issue, do you want to spend time drinking the potions?
Right, what's this then?
If the fight truly doesn't require them, it's sort
It
of a
shall
waste
be
of time to
even
drink them.
bloodier than you hoped.
Could be a secret door here. Not necessarily.
You rat. Right, what's this then? Try to keep up.
Don't expect that.
Salted beta wreck. It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
I don't know whose idea was that this type of protection spell of the game. Total immunity to undead for 2 hours. 4th level spell, 3rd level spell. 2nd level spell. Okay. I'm sort of want to add resistance. It's not much here to take. Slow poison could be somewhat useful, but healing antidotes are fairly cheap. This would be a 50% resistance to fire and cold. In combination with a resistance potion, it's full immunity. Honestly, there's not much good here. I don't have a way to get rid of poisons currently as on the spell front. But I still think the resistance might be used more often. Flame Blade is not useful at all. Troll killing weapon, I suppose, but usually if you go into kill trolls, you're going to prepare beforehand anyway. But resistance, cold resistance is sort of worthless, but fire is used constantly. So a little bit of extra fire resistance from some items, and this will provide immunity. 3rd level, we have cures and we have the summon insects we never use. This is fire immunity from a single spell. No, it is 80%, so it's not really fire immunity still. I'm thinking of taking Cold Lightning. Not sure if it's ever going to be useful though. Like ever in a billion goddamn years, but there's the but. Strength of 1. No, this is not useful. Victim will run. Yeah, this is a single target, single person or mammal confuse spell. Single target spellcasting disabling. Invisibility Purge might not be a terrible thing, but there are true sight type of spells would be much better. On animals, we currently don't have anything that can do this. The problem is that there aren't that many great animals. Animal opponents, they're very rare. Monsters such as wyverns, ankheks and carrion crawlers do not count as animals, so it is very limited. Dispel magic rarely works. Cure medium wounds isn't that much better than the cure healing spell I already have. Cold Lightning is very situational, only outdoor maps. So basically almost worthless. All the big fights pretty much happen somewhere else. Maybe miscast magic. I mean, this pretty much plays a spellcaster out of the fight. It works. There's a big if, but at least you can try to do it. The problem is the summon insect sort of does the same thing, and it's overall useful in other ways. So this more or less replicates the same crap. Invisibility Purge maybe. Includes creatures under effect of Sanctuary, improved invisibility, shadowed or invisibility, mislead and so on. So if we can't have any other things, this will still be useful in every situation. Well, potentially useful. Don't want to take summoning spells. Cloak of Fear. It's a fear aura that the party members are immune to it. Party members are immune to the effect, although the aura of fear may still disturb them. Negative energy plane protection. It's not often used, probably not used at all in the game anymore. But it's going to be useful in the Baldur's Gate 2, very useful. At the same time, poison might be nice. At the same time, it's not gonna do all that much damage at the moment, so we can easily skip it. Yeah, negative plane protection. Can we get another level up? No, definitely not.
This will not be a quick death.
Well, it's pretty quick, isn't it?
I will show you justice.
I'm on it.
I am prepared.
This speak and be gone.
Mira level up. Definitely her last. More 5th level spells. No, 5th level spells, period. Duration permanent, so basically unless this is the spell, your intellect is dropped to the point where you can't cast spells anymore. Domination is a good one. I think Chaos and Cloud Kill are what we are looking for. There's a lot of poison damage. But Chaos doesn't affect our own guys, does it? Confusion spell. All creatures within the area effect. Makes it somewhat less useful, but it could be a nice disruption ability, no doubt about that. Cloud Kill is not bad, but I'm not sure how useful it would really be. If you place it very precisely, you could have the enemies be in the poison cloud while your party is more or less secure. I think I'll take domination.
I will listen.
Mainly
For
looking
now.
for party friendly options and spells. Including in situations where we're surrounded by neutrals. That's the, I guess, supposed to be
Go
his
on
limiting
then.
factor.
Right, what's this then?
I shall commit to the task.
That's another summon monster one. How many charges? 6.
Try to keep up.
I don't think we needed to come here at all. Because what we really wanted is the 3 ward stones or encounters, 3 times to trigger
Selune
the
guides my hand.
where we have to go into the room to talk with the statues. And this has nothing to do with that.
It shall be even bloodier than you hope.
There's Grail, the Greater Ghoul, I guess. Powerful opponent if he actually could do something against us. Really makes you wonder what was the thought process behind these items.
This will not be a quick death.
Because it's only like a couple of in the entire game, it's okay to have totally broken usables. To be fair, none of the really essential opponents will be affected by this, so... What's a ward stone? I guess this is the point of this place. Maybe I was wrong. I wonder why Dorn is the only one taking damage while multiple people are walking in here. It's like only a single target at a time can take the area effect damage for some reason. What is this? Compass Warstone. Compass Rose is inscribed on this stone. We probably can't reach the correct place until we have this. I would guess this is where we need to go. I think it's a similar situation like in the upper floors of this dungeon, where you have to have a ward stone in order to get to the legit exit on the level.
Try to keep up.
Oh shit. I'm not sure I'll make it. Crap.
Try to keep up.
So I think my
I'll do
main
it.
guy might be the only one who can survive that. Unless I have protection from projectiles on someone. Probably not.
Right, what's
Bit
this
of an
then?
oversight there. It's not that rare of a spell. It switched targets for some reason. Sort of running out of inventory space now. Longsword, it doesn't matter what it is, we can't use it. They have the skill. Staff of Striking +3. This is an amazingly good staff, because the extra damage it does is very reliable. It has basically, what, 10 to 15 points of damage. But it has uses, right, I recall this. Staves of striking are made by the gold elves of Trelagara on Evermead. The staves have a life of their own and jump to attack in their bearers' hands. Elven craftsmen rarely sell them to other races, but these powerful melee weapons do surface occasionally in Varen. However, each attack made with the staff uses a charge, causing it to consume itself and no charge remains. This is a great backstab weapon for thieves, because of the minimum damage is so massive. So in a good multiplayer, basically a worst case situation where you get the strike, your damage will still be tens of points. If you get a good multiplier, or rather a perfect hit, more or less, it's can easily kill basically almost anything you face in a game like this. There are a couple of exceptions, but there would be like boss
Try
type
to keep
encounters. Is there anything I can do to make the inventory situation a little bit better? Not really new. Just drink it. I suppose I could drop some of this crap, it's not really useful. Also the scrolls could go into scroll of case. Not sure where I was putting them. Okay, that should ease the situation a little bit. Fire damage. +4 versus undead, +3 versus cold using creatures, +2 versus regenerating creatures. Anti-undead sword, but not really good for us. You have to be careful. I think there are instant death traps here. Right. I might be wrong, but doesn't look like I am.
It shall be even bloodier than you hope.
That's the instant death then, but we might have to go there. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have much of an option.
I could use a little patching up.
Yeah.
It shall
So
be
how exactly do we
bloodier than
handle
you
this
hope.
then? It looks like that's a trap and that's a trap. They look visually look different, so the powerful traps are not like this size. Right, so
Sorted.
there might be a way to get around them.
My turn to save the day.
Selune guides my hand.
You're just walking past a trap that I spotted. You're not saving the day.
Eh? With my usual panache, I assume.
Be direct. It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Okay, no one's dead yet.
I understand.
Spit it. Sorted.
I'll do it.
With my usual panache, I assume.
Right, what's this then?
We interact with the throne. You'll get to that's the final challenge for us.
I'm on it.
Final time to face the statues. A lot of treasure here, so I'm inclined to interact with these. 14,000 gold basically. Plus one short sword by the look of it. Some valuable jewelry.
You must be loving this.
Sorted.
Do I have to put them in there one at a time? Yes, I do. There's like 4 valuable ones. Yeah, this type of inventory system has its downsides. Still, yeah, Pillars of Eternity has already solved this, so I don't think it's a modern problem anymore. It has Pillars of Eternity has the party inventory, so you have your personal equipment inventory that you can use during a encounter situation, and you have your party inventory that every quest item and every piece of crap you can just dump it there. I think on harder difficulties it actually is a container in your stronghold somewhere, so you can't access those stuff, but on normal difficulty you can just switch between them casually if you're outside a combat situation. It's a good solution. Not realistic by any means, but practical, pragmatic. It works.
Try to keep up.
We came to kill, but not without reasons. We were here before, as were the tentacles. Their underground was near. The tower intruded on their expansions. As well, the bait was too great to pass. The dwarves did not hide their wealth, did not stop the rumors of waist-deep gold. The invaders came and still come, but not without invite. We came to kill, but not without reasons. There was no warning, but it would not have helped. There was no need to prepare for hard times, because hard times would never come. So we were assured, and so we believed. The great troll killer was our provider, and he would protect us. We put down our swords to live the life he always wanted. We lived as family. Suspicions were for outsiders, guards and weapons were for wartime. There was no warning, but it would not have helped. We crafted as we were told. We built this place to prevent all from entering. We trapped every inch of every step and made sure that to enter meant death. We have killed many over time, though it is not our will. It is all to protect against a repeat of the past, though the challenges ensure it will repeat. A mountain to climb, a river to cross, because it is there they will come. We crafted as we were told. This is the end of things. Here I stood and struck them down as they came. My family and my clan, with their false faces. They dropped all pretense and drew their weapons against me. I fought them to the last, killing the shape-changers that had taken their forms. I cursed them for destroying the dream, but they were not the real evil. The real evil could not save my people before this deception. The real evil hid from life in the face of this tragedy. The real evil deserves the blame. This is the end of things. Answer where blame has fallen. The blame begins with the invaders, but they attacked with supposed good reason. It could be on your people, but they were in the shelter of your confidence. The craftsmen only did their job as directed. In your eyes, you are the one to blame for all that has happened. You have understood. You may yet survive what I could not. That should be the final one. You will survive this place. You understand what built the hate, the fear, and now you must prevent it becoming worse. A creature below, powerful beyond all.
You must remove, or it shall make this place its own. Such a fortress, impenetrable if remade in his image.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
There is always evil to be fought, within and without. Do as you will. The way is clear. Follow me.
Yeah, no hurry or anything. I mean, what's the point of having him move at this slow pace? Ah, so the final fight of this place waits. With this, the place is pretty much wrapped up. Are you coming?
Speak and be gone.
I didn't have to wait for him.
Try to keep up.
Clear the lane.
Stop where you are. I have a bow trained on your neck, and you will not live to reach me.
Yeah, calm the fuck down. I'm not your enemy. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm an idiot who thought I could assault this tower like it was some peasant kobold warren. You are a like-minded fool then? Best you make your will if you intend to stay. My fellows went forward but a short ways, while I rested here after a blow to the head. Dead they are, and we will follow. My name is Claire Delane, and I should be dead.
And what happened? I saw signs of your group. They must have been competent enough to make it this far.
We were neither weak nor cowardly. Inexperience and stupidity brought us down. They went ahead while I rested only a moment, and I heard their deaths. I should not have brought such youth to this place. They were willing but could not understand the danger. We can disarm traps and kill simple monsters, but true evil? I should not have brought them.
If you are unwilling to go forward, perhaps you should step aside.
You have no idea what is ahead, do you? It is a demon knight. A demon knight! Such a thing is as rare as it is evil. Alone it could destroy all of you, but that's only if it decides you are worthy of the effort. My friends went ahead and challenged it like it was some shambling skeleton, and it laughed at them. It didn't even bother to lift its sword.
Well, I will approach cautiously, but I cannot back down now.
It will not matter. You still have no idea what you're going to face. No idea.
Okay. What great magic did it use to defeat your friends so easily?
I have heard of such things, but never thought I would be damned enough to see one. The creature was not shy about talking about it, the smug bastard. He's got a mirror of opposition or something like it. All who glimpse it get duplicated and must fight themselves. If they fail, they die. If they win, they have still killed their likeness. I've heard that it sometimes drives a person mad, but I never thought. There's a slim chance, but I wouldn't survive a second in there.
Okay. What's this slim chance you speak of? I've already said that you don't think the creature is defeatable.
I've had some time to think about it. I couldn't go forward and I couldn't go back the way we came. That thing in there might even know I'm out here. I doubt it cares, but something it said made me think. The mirror of opposition it used must be very powerful. Maybe it's powerful enough to do the same thing to the demon knight itself. The legends I've heard is that they have some resistances. Who knows with magic? The rules are not always carved in stone.
Yep, so I should find the mirror and turn it on him. I doubt the mirror will be easily accessible, even if it is, you may be exposed as well. I got a peek at the room and it is not large. Everyone inside may be affected. Well, you roll your dice and take your chances. Imora be with us. I'll give it a shot. Good luck then. I'm not going in. I can't. Loot this. We're definitely going to rest. Oh, it's trapped.
I will try to keep up.
Your wish?
It's an okay item.
I cannot fall. Try to keep up.
I'm guessing this is a safe place to rest. It is now.
Get away!
Flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Disease cured. Nauseated. Okay, so it's not really a disease. Just sick of it. I
Try to keep up.
think I'll leave things here. It took a long time to get through this, and the Demon Knight is not the end of things here, so we can take down the Demon Knight and continue from there. The reason we're here was the shard, after all. No objective text. Just journal notifications. I don't actually recall where It has to be in chapter 5 that I took the job. I certainly haven't finished it. Soul Taker, right. Hurricane Stoneblade has asked me to enter Durlach's tower and retrieve an enchanted dagger called Soul Taker, a family heirloom. So that leads to the demon fight. I'm not sure I want to fight it, but at the same time, I don't really see a reason why I shouldn't. Big problem with the demon fight is that we would have to rely on physical attacks with powerful melee weapons to basically beat the shit out of it. At least that's how I recall it. We have enough of a firepower, I think, to do it, but not a comfortable amount. It will require a huge amount of buffs to basically protect our own guys from him, the huge amount of effects he's gonna throw our way. I probably will fight it though. With that, all the expansion content is pretty much played out, so we can move on to just finishing the game. Right, we're probably going to end up in the 150,000 range by the end of the expansion content. Right, he's already over it. So we have what? Dorn is the only one who can still level up. And that's I think it would be easy 10,000 from basically just killing the demon alone. Demon Knight isn't gonna be exactly a low experience point kill either. Then there's the lot XP and all the encounters on that. So I think if we are not going to reach the 189,000, I think level experience point cap, we're certainly going to get all the levels ups we can get, and we're going to get very close to it. So yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Instead of wandering around more or less aimlessly doing minor things after this. We've certainly missed quite a few things so far. I don't think anything major. So yeah, I think that's a fairly solid plan. Take down Demon Knight, take down Demon, and then move on with the rest of the game. It's not that long after that. There's basically 4 major encounters in the main plot left. Iron Throne, Candlekeep, Revisiting, then then there's basically a couple of major encounters while you reach the climax, and the climax might be the easiest one, although not with a group necessarily. Either way, at best we're looking at a 10-20,000 expense on new projectile ammunition, and that's pretty much it. Maybe single target frost wands. They've basically been the most useful thing to kill top targets. But I'm not sure if they're usable against demon type opponents. The big problem with the boss fights in this game is that almost everything has a huge amount of magical resistance, so mages are increasingly worthless against them. Not a good thing when more than half of your group is casters.